What is going on, everybody? Jay here from Maji and Jay. Today bringing you another unboxing and review of an RC boat, and this one is called the UDI 007 Voyager. I got it from Amazon.com. I use their Amazon Prime services, so it was $85 with free shipping, and I got it only in 2 days. As you guys know, about 2 weeks ago, I did unbox and review my Recoil 26, which is a crazy great boat, but yes, it is a little bit expensive. And I told you guys that there were other alternatives out there for a little bit less. Like this one is only $85 and it gives you tremendous specifications. As a matter of fact, it comes with 2 batteries. It has a transmitter and so on and so forth. So getting here a look around the box, we can already see that the transmitter included inside is the 2.4 gigahertz one, and of course this boat is recommended for ages 14 plus. It comes with a bonus battery. If you look here on the bottom side, we have some of the specifications. It does have the automatic capsizing reset, which means that if your boat tilts upside down, it'll go back into its original position by itself. It is waterproof. It has out of range warning signal, which means that if you go too far, your transmitter will start beeping. Also, it has low battery alarm, which is again on your transmitter. Every time you run out of battery, it'll give you about a minute to retrieve, and it'll start beeping on your transmitter, which is really nice. And also the top speed on this particular model is about 30 kilometers per hour, which is equivalent to about 18 miles per hour, and I think it's quite fast considering how tiny this boat is. Of course, I already took the boat out of the box and I tested it just to make sure that there were no leaks, that it wasn't defective or anything like that. Now, something cool about this boat is that it has tons of protection. As a matter of fact, even if you turn it on and install the battery and so on, the propellers won't move until you place it in the water, which is something really nice, especially with kids. So here we have the manuals. They're very self-explanatory, very easy to follow. I didn't have any problems whatsoever. Inside of the box, we got here the transmitter. And I don't know if you guys agree or if you saw my previous transmitter, which I didn't bring. It's actually in my living room. But this transmitter looks cooler than the one I have for my Recoil 26. It has like this padded type of wheel here. It comes with the throttle. On the top, you got some of the trims. You can just turn it on. It's very easy to do so. Now, with this particular transmitter, you don't need to worry about giving it pedal or something to connect it. After you turn it on and you connect the battery on your boat, you should be all set to go. Now, keep in mind, something that I found to be a little bit confusing is that if you don't place the boat in the water, the transmitter is not going to pair. But I'm going to show you a little trick so that you can pretend that it is in water, and it'll give you that signal that you want so that you can test it before going out to the lake or wherever the case may be. Okay, so inside here we got the charger. This is just a little wire, and you can connect it to any USB port, such as a laptop, computer. You can use it with your smartphone charger and so on. So that's pretty neat. Also, we got here the stand, which you need to assemble. Unlike my Recoil 26, it came already assembled. But I know that every boat is different out there. So we got here a spare propeller, as you guys can see, in case you crack yours or something happens, which is really hard to do. It comes already with one included, which is really nice. So far we can see all the value that we're getting with this little thing. And now I'm going to go ahead and assemble this real quick for you guys. So here we go. Okay, so here we have the stand. It's all clip-on, so you don't need to worry about having any tools, which is really nice. And you can also take it apart very easily. Then inside we got a spare battery, and this is the one that was mentioned inside of the box. The other battery comes already with the boat inside. And then here we got the battery capacity. It's 1500 milliamps, 3.7 volts, unlike my Recoil 26, which has a 11.1 volt battery. I know it's not a fair comparison, but it's fun to see both of them in action. So with this being said, let me go ahead and place the boat here on the stand so that it's easier for us to view it. This is the side view of the boat. Here's the front view of the boat. You got the side view from the right hand side, of course. So on the back side, let me go ahead and lift this up so I can show you better. We got the rudder, we have the propeller, we have these 2 little fins for balancing purposes, as well as the one on the bottom. This is so that it doesn't flap a lot on the water, which is a pretty cool design. My Recoil 26 has it and it works perfectly well. Now this propeller is shaft driven, but what I like about this one is that it doesn't require any maintenance except that you keep it clean and such, because it is a solid type of shaft. Unlike my Recoil 26, it has a flexible shaft, so that makes a big difference. So opening the top, you gotta move these two little clips. Make sure that you move them back to the same position once you're ready to ride it. Inside here we can see that gasket that I was talking about before, which prevents your boat from getting any water. And then inside we got the secondary battery that I was mentioning before, so getting this out of the boat. We got here the little bracket that keeps it in place. We have the servo for your rudder. And then here we can also notice we have the water cooling system. The water goes in from the bottom side of the boat. It goes around the motor and then it gets spit out here from the side, which is really nice, very similar to my Recoil 26. Inside here, I know you guys can barely see this, but we're going to have the ESC, the speed controller. You have the shaft and so on and so forth. So when you plug it in, you won't notice any movement on the boat, unfortunately. So everything's going to be super quiet, like you see right now. Okay, nothing moves, nothing is working. That's because there's a sensor on the bottom side, which is this little small screw that every time it comes in contact with water, it will activate the ESC by creating a short on the connector there, and that triggers the ESC to start functioning. Or you can just place your finger on this little tube on the top side and it should activate it. There we go. As you guys can see right now, it's not activated, and now it is. I guess this is intended for that purpose so that you can test it. It looks to me like a little tiny charger connector of some kind, but again, every time you touch it, it activates the boat. So to pair it, all you do is turn on the transmitter, then you touch here, and there we go. It has paired already. So now if you want to test it by holding this little piece on the top, you hit the trigger, and everything's working well. Let's give it some steering. As you guys can see, everything is good to go. So now guys, with all of this being said, I think you're all set to go to the park and test these two guys in action. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get started. Alrighty guys, so here we have arrived at my local lake. This thing is literally about 1 minute away, and on the background we have the Recoil 26 all set to go with the onboard camera, because I want to record this thing by the middle of the lake to see how well it does. Fortunately, I tried putting my little action camera over there on this boat, but it gets very wet, so I was afraid that maybe I could damage the camera. I'm still going to try it and see if hopefully I don't damage it, but for right now we're going to leave it on the Recoil 26. So here we go, let's get started. Go with a little bit of drag racing. 1, 2, 3. I had to be honest guys, this is a brushless motor comparison, but that little brush boat is not a joke. That thing has power, believe it or not. Well guys, there we have it for the testing of the Voyager 007. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. It was quite hard to complete that testing, believe it or not. We had hard times with the GoPro Hero 4 installed on the Recoil 26. Other than that, I have to mention, which I forgot, that the battery, each battery is going to give you about 15 minutes. I know the website says about 7 to 8 minutes, but I was impressed to see that depending on how you control it, where I was giving it a lot of throttle and then I was slowing down a little bit, you know, depending on how you treat it, the battery should last you at least 15 minutes in total, and that's going to give you about 30 minutes of use with the two batteries. So I think it's quite amazing. But this being said, if you guys have any questions, you know exactly what to do. The link has been left in the description, but if you have any comments to say, just leave them below. Don't forget to like this video if you find it helpful. Thanks for watching, subscribe for more, and my next video will be the giveaway announcement for the iPhone replica and also the Yi camera, so make sure that you guys stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on my next one.